Now, I'll be the first to admit it. I've made a few mistakes in my life, but when it comes to exercise, I made a big one. And it came back to bite me and my thyroid in the backside. And I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did, which I'll share with you in just a minute. Which is why I want to show you the only safe and truly effective way to exercise and boost your metabolism for hypothyroidism sufferers. In fact, I'm about to show you the single biggest reason why 99% of people who exercise are unknowingly causing more damage to their thyroid and making their hypothyroidism worse every single second of the day. Now, this is very important for you to understand. Regardless of whether or not you lose a few pounds through exercise, if you damage your thyroid in the process, which almost everyone does, it will only result in more long-term weight gain, more fatigue, and more health problems in the future. Nobody, not even the so-called experts, care to properly understand the science and physiology of how exercise impacts your thyroid and your entire hormonal system. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is putting you in a very dangerous position. Because the truth is, these experts are all recommending the absolute worst ways to exercise that only continue to suppress your thyroid, lower your metabolism, and slowly but surely destroy your health in the process. Why? Because everyone is being brainwashed to believe that if you lose a few pounds by killing yourself in the gym, it must be healthy for you, your thyroid, and your metabolism. Wrong. Listen closely. The entire idea that simply losing weight makes you healthier is one of the biggest health myths today. Dr. Schwartzbein said it best. You don't lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy to lose weight. I surely don't want you to continue down that path, and I don't think you want to either. In fact, you can change your path starting today because over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to stop exercising harder and start exercising smarter. How to stop hurting your thyroid and killing your metabolism and start helping your thyroid and maximizing your metabolism. It doesn't matter if you've tried everything under the sun to lose weight or boost your metabolism, I can guarantee that you haven't tried this. If you don't know me, I'll introduce myself in just a second, but if you do know me, then you know that I take a very revolutionary approach to health, and exercise is no different. I don't recommend quick fix weight loss gimmicks or the ridiculously bad and illogical science that they use to promote their false claims, because if you understand real science, then you understand that they simply don't work in the long run. And if any of this was working, then why is hypothyroidism, obesity, and virtually every disease known to mankind still on the rise today? Why aren't you seeing the results that you want and deserve to see? You deserve much better than to be left in the dark thinking that you're doing the right thing for your health while unknowingly sabotaging your thyroid, metabolism, and health in the process. That's why, in this video, I'm going to show you the only way to take your typical thyroid suppressive exercise and instead transform it into exercise that can actually help support your thyroid. And I'm also going to share my 3 fundamental keys to hypothyroidism exercise to ensure that you can't fail and that you will drastically boost your metabolism in the process. But like I said, this isn't some quick fix weight loss gimmick, and it doesn't involve any magic pills or powders. If you're one of those people who would willingly flush your own health down the toilet because your idea of healthy is looking like some anorexic supermodel within 30 days or less, this is definitely not for you. If that's what you're looking for, then we might as well say our goodbyes and part ways right now. No hard feelings on my part. What I have to give you is only for those people who are truly dedicated to their health and overcoming hypothyroidism. Hi. My name is Tom Brimeyer, and I'm a functional medicine practitioner and author on nutrition and hormones. You may know me as the author of the Hypothyroidism Revolution, my popular and revolutionary diet-based approach to hypothyroidism that has already helped thousands of people take control of their health. But you may not know that in my health studies, I've also had the opportunity to study with some of the most brilliant minds in the fields of exercise science and manual therapy. I've studied exercise and rehabilitation at the world-renowned Czech Institute, as well as receiving in-depth hands-on training from the famous Paul St. John's Clinic of Neuromuscular Therapy, just to name a few. And I work with clients all over the world who suffer from hypothyroidism and other hormonal disorders to correct their health problems directly at the source. Now, what I'm about to share with you is something that has been developed directly from the needs of my clients who have already paid a lot of money for me to walk them through this. Because of this, I don't plan on making this presentation available for long, so I encourage you to watch it now while you still have the opportunity. You may think that you've heard it all, or even tried everything when it comes to exercise and weight loss. You've probably tried to run yourself to death on a treadmill, or nearly passed out at an aerobics class, or maybe you've worked out until you were blue in the face and nearly drowning in a puddle of your own sweat. And where does that get you? You're left feeling overwhelmed, full of anxiety, and exhausted all the time. wondering how you're going to even make it through the day. Keeping up with everyday life is a constant struggle between juggling work, the family, and trying to keep your house from looking like a natural disaster area. You probably have to force yourself to exercise because simply the thought of it makes you feel tired and exhausted. And the more you try to exercise and lose weight, the worse and more exhausted you feel. You probably feel like you can't go on like this. Well, because the truth is, you can't. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Maybe you feel extremely discouraged because no matter how hard you exercise, you can't lose weight. Or maybe your scale continues to rise regardless of how hard you exercise. Maybe you experienced some initial weight loss in the beginning, only to gain it all back, and maybe you gained it all back plus some more. Or maybe you're one of the lucky ones who has lost some weight to date, but it's only a matter of time before it starts creeping back on. I've seen this all happen so many times that it's painful. Literally watching people fall apart, destroying their bodies, and throwing their life down the drain, all because they think that they're doing the right thing. Trust me, you're not alone. I actually remember very clearly when all this happened to me. You see, I'm probably not much different than you. When I was younger, I was an avid athlete and considered myself to be quite healthy. But much like you, along came the real world, and life got the best of me. I was working long hours and started a family of my own, and that's when my health started going downhill. My doctor was concerned about my elevated cholesterol and blood pressure. My energy levels were a mere fraction of what they used to be. I knew exercise was supposed to be healthy, so I tried to fit it in whenever I could into my busy schedule. But I became increasingly more stressed, more overwhelmed, and more anxious about everything in my life. It was really putting a strain on my family and relationships. I didn't like the fact that I was constantly disappointing my wife, but seeing the disappointment on a child's face was by far the worst feeling of all. And even though I was doing the best I could, I was struggling, and I felt an enormous sense of guilt that was eating me alive. I felt like I had failed, not only myself, but my family too. Lucky for me, I was smart enough to realize that this wasn't right, which led me on the search for real answers. That's when I discovered the work of an independent nutrition and hormone researcher who changed my life forever. Through his work, I began studying the science of human physiology in much greater depth. And the deeper I went, the more I understood the answers to why I was hypothyroid and felt the way I did, and why following all the so-called expert advice was only making me worse. That's also when I realized that I had made a big mistake when it comes to exercise. You see, many things in life come full circle. When I was younger and very passionate about health and exercise, although I didn't realize it or quite understand it at the time, I had discovered the solution to exercise that I now know and understand today. I had struggled for years to make progress in the gym, but when I discovered this solution, I started seeing amazing changes in not only my energy levels, but also in my body. But then I made the big mistake. Instead of doing what worked, I started listening to all the so-called experts out there who told me that everything I was doing was wrong and unhealthy. Not knowing what I do now, I trusted what I was hearing and changed my workouts, my diet, and my approach to health. Slowly but surely, my strength, energy, and eventually health suffered big time. Once this happened, I quickly grew to hate exercise, which was something that I was once so passionate about and enjoyed. And it wasn't until later in life, after truly understanding the science behind exercise and how it intricately affects the thyroid, hormonal system, and weight loss, that I realized that I was really onto something big all those years ago. And once I began exercising again, now using a much more refined and improved approach than I did all those years ago, I've experienced all the same welcome changes with my energy and body. But the best part was that I rediscovered my passion for exercise and it actually became fun again. Hopefully, you're beginning to understand that it's not your fault. Look at what you're up against. You've got your doctor telling you that you need to eat less and exercise more to lose weight and get healthy. And heaven forbid you tell your doctor that exercise is not working or that it's making you exhausted. They just look at you like you're crazy. If that was the solution, then it would be easy, right? Guess what? Not only is that not the solution, it's actually the opposite of the solution, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute. With your doctor being of no help, you've probably turned your interest to other so-called experts, who are all recommending and pushing various weight loss diets and crazy exercise programs that literally destroy your thyroid and leave you feeling worse than when you first started. Trust me, quick fix weight loss solutions, whether they be diet or exercise, work by hijacking and taking advantage of your hormones in a very dangerous, unhealthy, and thyroid suppressive way. They are literally trying to trick your body into thinking that it's starving to death so that your body breaks down your own healthy tissue to use as energy. Sure, they want you to believe that you're burning lots of fat, but the truth is that you're damaging your metabolism, suppressing your thyroid, wasting healthy muscle tissue, damaging healthy organs, increasing bone loss, driving inflammation, suppressing your immune system, and the list goes on and on. If you're so desperate to lose weight that you're willing to sacrifice your healthy muscle, organ, and bone tissue to see the scale go down a few ticks, then by all means keep doing what you're doing. But if it hasn't happened already, your severely damaged metabolism and thyroid will catch up to you, and your weight loss will stop no matter what you eat or how hard you exercise. And you'll end up gaining more weight as well as a long list of health issues to top it all off. The important thing that you must understand is that exercise, no matter how you look at it, is a stress to your body. And stress suppresses your thyroid regardless of whether you like it or not. The key to making exercise safe for your thyroid is simply to stop the stress response that exercise causes before it ever happens. I'll explain how to do this in a minute. What most people do understand is that exercise forces your body to use more energy, or in other words, burn more calories. What nobody realizes, and what is extremely important for you to understand, is this. To burn more energy, your body needs more fuel. Now, healthy people store lots of fuel reserves in their liver and muscles to help them compensate for and withstand the stress of exercise. But hypothyroidism sufferers don't store fuel properly, which makes them extremely susceptible to the ill effects and stress of exercise. Think about it. Why do you think hypothyroidism sufferers are tired all the time and fatigue so easily? Because you don't store fuel. Now, I want you to listen closely to this. When your fuel supply gets low, your body panics and shuts down your thyroid and lowers your metabolism in order to conserve and save what little fuel you do have left. It's simply a natural survival mechanism. This means that your body starts burning calories at a very slow rate. Not just while you exercise, we're talking about 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Think about it like this. If you were stuck in a log cabin with nothing but a wood-burning furnace to keep you from freezing to death, if you had plenty of firewood, then you could use as much as you want and turn your cabin into a sauna if you wanted. That's exactly what exercise does to your body. It forces your body to use more fuel and crank up the heat like a sauna. But since you suffer from hypothyroidism, all you have is a few measly pieces of firewood, which you have to make last all night long. You bet you would be using it sparingly. Otherwise, if you used it all up too fast, you would freeze to death. That's exactly what you're doing when you exercise with hypothyroidism, using up your fuel reserves and killing yourself in the process. And what does your doctor, all the experts out there, and everyone else for that matter tell you to do? Eat less and work out harder? Think about that for a second. So now you have even less fuel from eating less, and you're burning through the little fuel you do have even faster from working out harder. That's just a disaster waiting to happen and a great way to ruin your health at an even faster pace. Not only that, but the more and the longer you do this to your body, the more severely damaged your thyroid and metabolism become. And eventually, you get to the point that everything you put in your mouth gets stored as fat on your body. This madness has got to stop. Doesn't it make much more sense that if you want to increase your energy levels and lose weight in a healthy and sustainable way, you must stop this unhealthy process, improve your thyroid function, and maximize your metabolism? Then why are so many people recommending and doing the exact opposite? The good news is that you don't have to continue down that path, unless you really don't care about your health and you're willing to sacrifice it for the sake of being vain. But hey, I'm not here to judge. The truth is that there's a science to exercising properly with hypothyroidism. And I want to share with you the 3 most important fundamental keys to ensure that when you exercise, you protect your thyroid and boost your metabolism. Hypothyroidism exercise key number 1. You must exercise within specific parameters that support healthy energy production and thyroid function. Once you fall outside of these parameters, you quickly induce a stress response that shuts down your thyroid and perpetuates your hypothyroidism. This has everything to do with not only choosing the right kinds of exercise, but also with how you structure and perform those exercises. If you think that cardio, running, aerobics, etc. are the key to losing weight, think again. Cardio-based exercise is the fastest way to induce a stress response that drives your thyroid into the ground. But even more important than this is hypothyroidism exercise key number 2. You must provide your body with adequate pre-workout, during workout, and post-workout nutrition. The right kind and right amount of nutrition is so essential to stopping the thyroid suppressive stress response of exercise that without it, this is all a lost cause. So many people skip meals or don't properly fuel their bodies before exercising, which is one of the fastest ways to suppress your thyroid and destroy your metabolism. If you think that downing a whey protein shake or a nutrition bar is the answer, think again. You must provide your body with the right mix of essential nutrients and at the right times to keep your body producing energy efficiently during your workout. Otherwise, your thyroid and metabolism will simply shut down. Hypothyroidism, exercise key number 3. You must be able to quantifiably measure the results of your workouts. And no, I'm not talking about using a scale. Most people just think that all exercise is healthy and never stop to consider the fact that exercise can and will suppress your thyroid. By physically measuring your body's response to your workout, you can simply and very effectively determine whether or not your workout was beneficial or whether your thyroid was suffering. Then, you can easily adjust your workouts as needed to ensure that you never damage your thyroid with exercise again. Following these 3 fundamental keys is the only safe and truly effective way to exercise and boost your metabolism for hypothyroidism sufferers. In building upon these 3 fundamental keys, I have created the Hypothyroidism Exercise Revolution. And this revolutionary exercise program has transformed the way that thousands of hypothyroidism sufferers around the world approach exercise. Here's what just a few of those people have to say about my work. Here's an email I got from Cheryl. She wrote, "Good morning, Tom. I look forward to your emails. They are inspiring to me. Since I have begun your program, my energy level has increased tremendously. Others are asking me where they can find some. I'm feeling much better. I've noticed a difference in my skin, my legs, my hair, and more. I stay full. I'm following the diet plan that you have supplied me as best I can. I have really taken on the responsibility of my own health and making me healthy. Last year at this time, I could not walk holding my 1-year-old grandson at the time from my den to the front door without shortness of breath. Now, just this weekend, I walked up 3 flights of steps holding him, played with him in New Orleans all day and at night while my daughter was attending her meetings. I want to thank you for allowing me this opportunity. Have a wonderful day, Cheryl." Here's another email that I got from a woman named Barbara. She wrote, "Hello, Tom. Wanted you to know I'm feeling so much more awake and have more energy. Have been exercising and changing my diet per your plan. I will be going to the doctor soon to have my periodic blood test. I'm excited to see the inside changes as well as the outside. Sincerely, Barbie." And this email came to me from a woman named Cheryl. She wrote, "Good day to you, Tom Burmeyer. First and foremost, I would love to give you a million thanks for your time and research into hypothyroidism. I have always been led to using the alternative approach to health and healing and feel as though your program will expand and grow as the word continues. I have followed the meal plan fairly carefully and noticed a change in my energy levels and weight loss in my stomach. This plan was easy for me to follow. Keep improving and enduring. Thanks forever and always, Cheryl." Now, this email from Bonnie was short, sweet, and straight to the point. She wrote, "Hi, Tom. Thanks for all your info and coaching. Brain is clearer. Energy and joints are better. Thanks again. Sincerely, Bonnie." This isn't about just explaining the science behind exercise and hypothyroidism, leaving you with no clue where to even begin. This is designed specifically for people just like you who want real answers and a real solution. This is the most complete, most comprehensive, and only exercise program designed specifically to address and overcome the inherent issues associated with exercise and hypothyroidism. And the best part is that you can get started today in the matter of minutes. The Hypothyroidism Exercise Revolution program consists of a 3-phase progressive exercise system designed for people of any age or exercise experience. And believe it or not, but the longer your workouts are, the worse they are for your thyroid. Remember, exercising with hypothyroidism is about exercising smarter, not longer or harder. That's why these workouts are designed to be short yet highly efficient and effective, taking less than 30 minutes 3 times per week. You get complete, full-color, and full-detailed workout manuals with pictures that you can take with you anywhere. And you also get high-definition, complete, follow-along workout videos to make it even easier to follow. You shouldn't have to waste 30 minutes of your time and energy in the car driving to a busy gym just to sit and waste more time and energy waiting to use their exercise equipment. Who has the time for that? You can save money and forget a gym membership because these workouts are designed to be done in the comfort of your own home. Although you can do them in a gym if you prefer. And you don't even have to go out and spend a bunch of money on exercise equipment. Sure, you can if you would like, but I'll also show you my ridiculously simple 3-step secret to making the best piece of exercise equipment for hypothyroidism exercise in 15 to 20 minutes and for less than $10. Or you also have the flexibility of following these workouts without using any exercise equipment if you prefer. In this program, I cover every aspect of hypothyroidism exercise, exercise nutrition, exercise recovery, and even exercise supplementation. You'll discover the 7 biggest myths and mistakes that just about everyone makes when it comes to exercising with hypothyroidism so that you can stop making these mistakes yourself. You'll learn the truth about the only way to achieve healthy and sustainable weight loss with my 2 most essential steps to weight loss and my 5 best dietary weight loss tips. You'll discover the most effective way to exercise based on the research of Russian physiologists, which has been shown to restore mitochondrial cell damage and restore damaged metabolism. You'll also learn the 4 most important nutrients that your thyroid needs during exercise, along with the recipe for the most optimal and most effective workout drink that is essential to your success. I've even put together an exercise supplement guide where I cover the 5 most important exercise supplements that you can safely and effectively use to boost your metabolism. This is far more material than I've ever been able to share with my clients in a one-on-one setting, and lucky for you, you no longer have to become a client of mine to get it. If you prefer, we can set aside 2 to 3 hours at my standard consulting rate, and I can walk you through all of this myself if you don't mind paying $291. But that would defeat the entire purpose of me putting this program together. So I'm not going to ask you to invest $291 for your health, or even half of that for that matter. Instead, I wanted to make this available to anyone and everyone who needs it. Because I've made it my personal mission to help more than 1 million people take control of their lives and achieve true health by correcting the underlying cause of their health problems. So right now, only during this video, I want you to get your hands on my entire hypothyroidism exercise revolution program for only $37. That's literally 41 cents per day. Good luck finding a qualified personal trainer or doctor who's willing to work with you for the cost of a few pieces of chewing gum. To get instant access to the only safe and effective way to exercise and boost your metabolism for hypothyroidism sufferers, just click the big button below. It doesn't matter if you're on medication, had your thyroid removed, suffer from Hashimoto's thyroiditis, etc. The fundamentals of human physiology do not change, so I know this will work for you. Plus, I'm so confident that this is going to change your life that I have no problem putting my own neck out on the line and taking on all the risk. I want you to take 2 full months to put this program to the test and prove it to yourself. I'm giving you my 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not happy or not seeing the results that you want with my hypothyroidism exercise program, then it's free. I've made sure that you simply cannot lose. Sure, you could continue listening to your doctor or all the other so-called experts out there and continue killing yourself while holding on to some little glimmer of hope that maybe your body somehow works differently than the rest of the human race. Or you could spend over $720 every month working with a personal trainer who understands even less about your hypothyroidism and wouldn't mind seeing your thyroid shrivel up if it meant that you lost a couple extra ounces of body weight. Or you could make the smart and educated decision and save yourself a lot of time, money, frustration, and future health complications. And look right below this video and click the big button right now to take advantage of my zero-risk, 100% money-back guarantee. Unfortunately, the only thing I can't guarantee you is that this special pricing will still be available tomorrow. Once the price increases, there's no going back, and I don't want you to get upset if you miss out on it. Right now, the price is ridiculously low, and the value of seeing a drastic increase in energy, a huge boost to your metabolism, and some long overdue changes to your body is priceless. The truth is that every time you exercise without compensating properly for your hypothyroidism, you're only doing more and more damage to your thyroid and metabolism. And the more damage you do, the longer it takes to undo all the damage and the longer the road to recovery. Lucky for you, you can finally put an end to that starting today. The only thing standing between the old you and the new energized, happy, and healthy you is that big button below. Just look below this video right now to see everything you get when you start today.